So I never thought that I would join a sorority when I came to college, but by joining Phi Sig, it's given me so much confidence to run for leadership positions in other organizations, such as being the president. And with that leadership experience that I've gotten through Phi Sig, it's also been able to teach me how to hold myself professionally.
One thing I've learned from Phi Sig is to never give up on yourself or sell yourself short. We all make mistakes, we're all human. So one thing I learned that I want to pass on is to let others support you in those times and also support others when they're in those times of insecurities as well.
My dad was in a fraternity and my mom was in a sorority, so growing up I always listened to their stories of what being in Greek life was about, and I always expected to have the same experiences. However, I couldn't have ever imagined having as great of an experience as I've had in Phi Sig. If it weren't for Phi Sigma Sigma, I wouldn't have had all of these memories and these great opportunities ahead of me.
The coolest thing I think about Phi Sig is that people come into it and they leave completely different people. You come in and you can be the shyest person ever, stand up in front of the chapter, you can't get a word out, and then you leave a fluent public speaker, someone that is comfortable standing in front of a crowd. So if I have one piece of advice, I would say don't be afraid to let Phi Sig change you.
I remember when I was initiated and everyone was telling us Pi Class girls how amazing it was because we were so big with the class of 20. Now this past fall we doubled that with a class of 50, and I think it's awesome that we're growing and changing as a chapter, and yet every time you walk into a meeting or walk into an event you still feel a close-knit sisterhood.
Being on RC over the past few years, it was a really good way for me to watch, how the numbers have grown in our chapter. We almost tripled in the few years that I have been here, and it's just been really exciting for me to watch really all the changes that have happened. And the greatest thing that I think that we do really well is we do always recruit the best, and that's still obviously prominent today.
So first and foremost, Phi Sig has given me wonderful friends. I know they're for life because I've met them through Phi Sig. Phi Sig has given me the most wonderful 7 roommates I could have ever wished for, and I can thank Phi Sig for that. And I know that they will be my friends for the rest of my life.
So being from Duluth, a lot of my friends that I had here had gone elsewhere, and when I came to college I realized I didn't really know that many people, and I was living in the dorms and not at home, so away from my family, and I ended up looking for a family here, and I guess I found that home in Phi Sig, and I couldn't be more grateful.
One piece of advice I would like to give to all Phi Sigs is to take advantage of any opportunity that you get. And if you are in this opportunity and you may have made a mistake, it's okay, because in the future you will realize that you fixed this mistake and it's okay to make mistakes in life, and eventually you will look back and see these mistakes as a positive thing.
So the coolest thing to me about being in Phi Sig for these past 4 years is that no matter who we recruit or what the size that we are, we all strive for that sense of sisterhood and that perfect sisterhood. We all came to college wanting that same thing, and those loves and those bonds that you can get from your family back home, but you wanted it here in Duluth. And I think that's the coolest thing that Phi Sig can give anyone, no matter if you're here or you're across the country in another chapter. It's definitely that sense of belonging that we all love.
Give one piece of advice to everybody, it would be to believe in yourself and believe in your sisters. If you think that you're going to be amazing at something, don't be scared to nominate yourself for it. Your sisters will believe in you, second your nomination, give you the boost and the confidence that you need to go for what you want.
Throughout my time in Phi Sig, I've learned that it's really okay to just be who you are. If you try to be someone else, then you're not going to be happy, and being who you are is what you're meant to be, and being in Phi Sig shows you a place that you're supposed to be the way you are and where people love you.
Phi Sig has really shown me that just because you come from different backgrounds or someone is so much younger than you does not mean you can be close or best friends with them at all. Just in my senior alone, I have become so close with girls from such different backgrounds and girls I would have never have met if it wasn't for Phi Sig. I know I've made the best friends that I could have ever had, and I know that I'll be welcomed back with smiles when I come back to visit.
A piece of advice I'd want to give everyone is just to live in the moment, whether you're at an event, a meeting, anything Phi Sig related, just to live in each moment. Don't worry about what's coming tomorrow, don't worry about yesterday.
just be simply in that moment because you don't realize how fast it'll fly by.